You can listen to this practice wherever it is that you find yourself today. You can be sitting down, you can be laying down, you can even be stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully, wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. So if you would prefer to listen to this while being in a still position, then you can allow yourself to take all the time you need to arrive there and really let yourself fidget, adjust, stretch, or move your body in whatever ways your body wants to move. Trusting your own instincts when it comes to movement, as you allow your body to move you in the ways that intuitively feel good in your bones, muscles, and joints. Maybe rolling out the shoulders, the neck, the spine, some cat-cow motions with the spine, or side body bends, torso twists. There's anything at all that feels good in your body, trusting your instincts with movement, following those yummy sensations that you feel. And there's no rush whatsoever. You can continue to move and adjust yourself throughout this practice whenever you have the need to. But at any point, if you haven't already and would like to, you can make your way to a still position. And just checking in that your spine is nice and straight in whatever position you've chosen. And if you're in a space where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow your eyes to gently close at any time if they aren't already. You can take a moment now to simply notice how you are starting your practice today. Make note of the quality of your breath right now. Whether it's deep or shallow, quick or slow, or anywhere in between. Noticing any tension in the body, any expression resting on the face, and just make note for yourself how you are beginning your practice today. And gradually, with your awareness, as you notice areas of tension in the body, you can gradually begin to allow these areas to release, to soften a bit, by calling in fresh new air into the body, and maybe envisioning the air traveling to whatever area of tension or pain you are feeling. Envisioning that air being a healing energy going to that spot. And holding that for a moment when you are full to experience that sense of fullness in the body and letting that healing energy soak in. And as you need to, slowly exhaling all of that out of you. As you let go of anything at all you're ready to let go of. And you gently pull the navel in toward the spine to push any last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause for a moment here to just stay and experience the sense of emptiness in the body. As you allow your next breath to come in as it is needed. And you can continue to breathe in this slow, intentional, exaggerated way for as many rounds as feels good and helpful to you. And without any need to worry about the length of these inhales and exhales and pauses on either side, but simply allowing each of the 4 parts of your breath to be exaggerated, whatever that means for you right now. So when the body would naturally stop inhaling, just seeing if you can expand your lower belly or the back of your ribs a little bit more to take in one more sip of air. And when you would naturally start to exhale, just seeing if you can hold off on that for one more moment. And then as you exhale, even once you think you're empty, pushing out that last bit of air and staying in that emptiness for an extra moment than you would normally. As we intentionally slow down the typically automatic process of our own breath, we are therefore communicating to all the other automatic processes in our body, communicating to our nervous system and to our cells that now is a time to slow down, to let go, to release. And you can continue to breathe in this slow, intentional, exaggerated way for as many rounds as feels good and helpful to you. But at any point, if you haven't already, then you may release this guidance over your breath altogether. And allow yourself to step back and up in the mind and into the role of the observer, into the role of the witness. Shifting into that perspective where you are no longer the one guiding or controlling the rhythm or depth of your own breath, but you are now simply the one watching as your own body breathes you. Allowing your breath to return to its automatic state. As you make note of any changes or shifts you may have noticed from before we intentionally slowed down our breath. As you also start to notice any tension that you feel in the body or any expression that you feel on the face. And with any awareness of any areas of holding, tightening, resisting, you can allow the simple act of your awareness to be all that you need to instead allow these areas to soften. Allow all the muscles across your body, all the muscles in your face, to simply ungrip from the bones. To release back into the support of your own skin. Releasing into the deep sense of trust with your own anatomy. As you just remember and remind yourself how every single night when you fall into your deepest state of sleep, your body functions perfectly to keep you alive. And the earth is always holding you up, and gravity is always hugging you toward the earth. And you are never crushed, and you never float away. But without any of your doing, you are held. And you are kept alive. And you are exactly where you need to be. Without any of your direction, without any of your doing, but simply by being. Remembering that we are human beings. And we do not need to be doing things all of the time. And this practice is not a doing or a thinking process, but rather one of listening, observing, softening, entering a curious perspective. Remembering how this exact moment is and always will be different, since the only constant in life is change. And so with that in mind, become curious. It's easy to become curious with that in mind, of what's happening right now, of this moment. Wondering what it is that you are feeling right now. What is it that you perceive right now? Taking a moment to truly take in your own human experience. Allowing whatever messages that are meant for you to come through to you through your own thoughts, hunches, instincts, and allowing yourself to absorb and take in all that is here for you to perceive in this moment. remembering how novel it truly is. So you can continue to feel all that is here for you to feel. Continue to soften your body into all it is that you are feeling. As you listen to the following words that are written by Pema Chrödrön in their book, When Things Fall Apart, Heart Advice for Difficult Times. And you can allow anything at all that feels like it resonates with you to soak in deeper and not worrying about the rest. Meditation is an invitation to notice when we reach our limit and to not get carried away by hope and fear. Through meditation, we're able to see clearly what's going on with our thoughts and emotions, and we can also let them go. What's encouraging about meditation is that even if we shut down, we can no longer shut down in ignorance. We see very clearly that we are closing off. That in itself begins to illuminate the darkness of ignorance. We're able to see how we run and hide and keep ourselves busy so that we never have to let our hearts be penetrated. And we're also able to see how we could open and relax. Basically, disappointment, embarrassment, and all these places where we just cannot feel good are a sort of death. We've just lost our ground completely. We are unable to hold it together and feel that we're on top of things. Rather than realizing that it takes death for there to be birth, we just fight against the fear of death. Reaching our limit is not some kind of punishment. It's actually a sign of health. That when we meet the place where we are about to die, we feel fear and trembling. A further sign of health is that we don't become undone by fear and trembling, but we take it as a message that it's time to stop struggling and look directly at what's happening and what's threatening us. Things like disappointment and anxiety are messengers telling us that we're about to go into unknown territory. Our bedroom closet can be unknown territory for some of us. For others, it's going to outer space. What evokes hope and fear for me is different from what brings it up for you. My aunt reaches her limit when I move a lamp in her living room. My friend completely loses it when she has to move to a new apartment. My neighbor is afraid of heights. It doesn't really matter what causes us to reach our limit. The point is that sooner or later, it happens to all of us. The spiritual journey involves going beyond fear and hope. stepping into unknown territory, continually moving forward. The most important aspect of being on the spiritual path may be to just keep moving. Usually, when we reach our limit, we feel exactly like Rinpoche's attendants and freeze in terror. Our bodies freeze, and so do our minds. How do we work with our minds when we meet our match? Rather than indulge or reject our experience, we can somehow let the energy of the emotion, the quality of what we're feeling, pierce us to the heart. This is easier said than done, but it is a noble way to live. It's definitely the path of compassion and the path of cultivating human bravery and kind-heartedness. So you can just take the next few moments to simply allow every single word that you've heard today and every single feeling that you have felt today to settle within you. Just like glitter settling to the bottom of a snow globe. Letting every word and feeling settle and letting the air clear. Trusting that anything at all that you heard today or felt today that really resonated with you or struck a chord with you in some way. Trusting that that feeling can sometimes come when we hear on the outside what a part of ourselves already knows to be true on the inside. So just allowing these deep truths to be enhanced within you so that you feel a little bit more confidence to act on your own intuition and to trust your own instincts. And if it feels like something you would like to do today, you can let your hands come and find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. As you feel this contact of your palms and fingertips to one another, and you let your heart lift toward your thumbs as your thumbs press back toward your heart. Tuning into this rhythm of your own life. Calling in a final deep and full breath of air into the body, filling up to every corner and edge of you the most you have today. And as you exhale, letting go of anything at all you're ready to let go of. As you allow the head to gently bow. taking this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you, thank you, thank you.